Please give some life tips to young adults.
There's no long-term good that can come from speaking poorly about someone, especially in the workplace.
Jump into life with both feet. Travel, sing, dance, fall in love, raise children. Imagine life as a pizza so big you have to eat with both hands. For myself, the bicycle has been my lifetime companion. My bike still is my best friend, carrying me wherever the spirit takes me. I got my first bike for my 7th birthday. I'll be 77 this fall. Life tip, live. Life is like a train. Don't be late. Don't worry about what other people think of you. Just do your own thing. You will be way more interesting in the end.
Reddit, what is the best one-liner joke you've ever heard?
I have an inferiority complex, but it's not a very good one.
I saw a sign that said, "Watch for children," and I thought, that sounds like a fair trade. Copy and pasted.
A man walked into his house and was delighted when he discovered that someone had stolen all of his lamps.
Used to be into SM, bestiality, and necrophilia until I realized I was beating a dead horse. Rimshot?
A girl walks into a bar and asks the bartender for a double entendre, so he gave it to her.
It's hard to explain puns to kleptomaniacs because they always take things literally.
I asked my North Korean friend how it was there. He said he couldn't complain from the sold thread.
Jurisprudence fetishist gets off onto the onion.
You've got to hand it to blind prostitutes.
If I had $1 for every time someone called me racist, a lot of black people would try to rob me.
You'd have to be really low to pickpocket a midget.
What advice can you give to the younger generation?
Learn to be resilient. Not everything goes smoothly, and sometimes you just need to accept that and survive.
Stay off my lawn.
Life isn't fair and nothing is free.
Stock up on toilet paper. You're never going to know when you need it.
Sometimes you have to do things that aren't fun.
Ain't no way to keep a band together. Bands come and go. You gotta keep on playing. No matter with who. And watch your money. You'll land on your feet.
Don't listen to folks my age 60. You probably know way more than we do.
Stop being so feminine and stop chasing masculinity. Just do chores and live life.
Give up. Humanity is doomed.
Thanks, man. I'll keep it up.
Have fun and do stupid shit.
Life can be really, really terrible if you do exercise discernment.
If you're unable to separate people from their ideas, beliefs, you're going to be in a constant state of misery.
What is the funniest one-liner you know?
A nurse finds a rectal thermometer in her pocket and thinks, some asshole has my pen edit spelling of rectal.
Shout out to anyone wondering what the opposite of in is.
Whiteboards are remarkable.
There's no I in denial.
Who's this Rorschach dude, and why is he so good at drawing pictures of my mom beating me?
You have to hand it to blind prostitutes.
Remains to be seen if glass coffins become popular.
This morning I was staring at my naked body in the mirror and thought I'm gonna get kicked out of this IKEA pretty soon.
A joke becomes a dad joke when the punchline is apparent. My grandfather has the heart of a lion and a lifetime ban from the zoo.
The difference between a hippo and a zippo is that one is heavy and the other is a little lighter.
The worst time to have a heart attack is during a game of charades.
On the other hand, you have different fingers.
What was your best memory from high school?
I won the talent show by juggling. It was a mix of contact and toss juggling. I messed up and dropped one of my acrylics, but it bounced on the stage, and I caught it on the back of my hand and everyone thought I planned it.
My name sounds like that of the North Korean leader, so my friends started calling me Kim Jong-un, the glorious leader. Then one guy made a picture of my face photoshopped on Kim, leading the North Korean army, and another one with me, Lenin, and Jesus. He then posted these pictures all over school. This was when I was running for school treasurer, so I immediately got taken out of the running because it put a bad image for the Times.
Coming back first day senior year and no one recognizing me at first, I worked out all summer and lost about 50 pounds.
What's your most memorable high school moment story? I'll start.
Found that all the foundations of the school was one long tunnel system. So naturally, we brought down golf clubs and had a few rounds of underground golf. Then one day a teacher followed us. Now he was a big man, and he chased us around the tunnels cursing at us. Still brings tears to the eyes thinking what people must have heard coming from the floor beneath them, with the guy cursing at the top of his lungs.
Not my most memorable, but the first one that comes to mind. It was near the end of the day, and there was some kid trying to sneak out of class. So when the teacher isn't looking, he darts out the door. The teacher notices and yells at him, at which point my friend gets up and says, "I'll go get him," and storms out too. The teacher yells at him. Without missing a beat, I stand up and say, "Don't worry, I'll bring them back." This went on until most of the class had left.
Discussion: what is the best ruthless motivation you've ever received? You can suffer the pain of discipline, or you can suffer the pain of disappointment and regret. My former therapist flat out told me once that I am often neurotic and delusional, which actually turned out to be horribly true and, while I was very upset and offended when he first said it to me, after a lot of reflection I learned that I do spiral when I'm anxious or insecure, and make a lot of drama and negative conclusions, borderline conspiracy theories where there really isn't anything wrong. I am better now because of it. No one is coming to save you. If you're going to have a panic attack anyway, you might as well have it in the middle of English class instead of at me out of bed and to my college courses. Hell is to meet the person you could have been at death and realize you aren't even his shadow. One day or day one.
How can I get back my I'm him mindset motivation? Text.
When you're in your down state, it might be worth paying attention to the thoughts and feelings you are experiencing there. You might try writing down recurring themes you're experiencing, memories that are returning, and seeing what comes up. Dealing with some of the deeper stuff that's going on inside you can help lead you towards healing and growth.
Try. I am not him. I am doing what he needs to do.
I think therapy might be a good place to start. I'm in therapy now and it's made some huge differences. Double check if you might have bipolar.
Start squatting. It's okay if it's just the bar.
Have you talked to your doctor? If not, set up an appointment to discuss your options. Meanwhile, look into seasonal affective disorder SAD. It's very real and affects many people.
Know your worth. Text.
Your worth doesn't decrease because of someone's inability to see it.
When your self-worth improves, you start to set boundaries. People don't always respect this.
True. You'll also realize how little real friends you have. Everybody else were just acquaintances.
Your worth is tied to your existence and nothing else. No accomplishment can make you more valuable. No failure can make you less or not a meme stock. You are a valuable human, are in this moment worth as much as you will ever matter where you are. Right matter what you have accomplished or failed to from life.
It's a good reminder. And outgrowing losing people is hard, but you're ultimately better for it.
Problem is, I know my worth is 0 LOL.
Text get frustrated.
When you're new at something, failures do not cause much disappointment, while success brings pleasure. However, as you become more experienced and skilled, the concept changes and successes no longer bring joy as they are taken for granted, while failures cause increasing frustration. So yes, frustration is definitely a part of development.
Frustration is a sign that you're pushing your boundaries and striving for excellence. It's a common experience in any creative or learning process. If you ever find the mental toll overwhelming, consider talking to someone who can provide guidance, like a friend or an ADHD coach through Scattermind, which has made a positive impact on people I know.
Thanks, I will now yell at my dog whenever he poops.
Thank you. You helped me.
Yes, Emmett, easy to get frustrated. Text. How do you fix things in your life?
One thing at a time. It sounds like getting a job should be priority one. Get some good opinions about your resume and cover letter. You might need to lower your expectations and find something where you can grow from an entry level. Make it your full-time job to find a job and then stick it out for a couple of you've worked that out. Add something else. Join a club doing something you enjoy to meet people, or ask your game friends to introduce you to others to branch out.
While others here have great comments about the necessities you need to prioritize, I'll also throw in my little mix of hippie views along with it. Thinking positively. Seriously, what you feed your brain, you start to believe. Practice daily positive affirmations. Gain your confidence back. Trust that things will work out. Don't lose faith. Best of luck to you.
Text. Not sure what I want to do with my life.
Always prioritize your mental health, treat your parents right, get yourself a chill gig stocking at a grocery store, save as much money as you can, and take things day by day.
You made a decision every salaryman isn't willing to make quit your job to kick stress anxiety to the curb. It is never worth any money in the world if you can't sleep soundly at night, at least. So congrats for growing a pair for the sake of your own sanity. Looks like you already have your priorities set. Take any job you see fit. Be a freelancer, be a cashier, be a janitor, be anybody you want. You are plenty young still, and many, if not most of us, don't find where we fit in till much later in life. Keep fighting on. You got this.
Text regret you've already done it, just make peace with it.
I like how you said why are we dwelling in the past and how it is helping us now. Can't do anything about the past, so focus on the present and be hopeful for the future. Your post helped me to see that I pay zero attention to the decisions that have positive outcomes. I am primarily focused on mistakes I have made, and I am incredibly indecisive and often feel stuck because I am terrified of making a bad decision that I will regret. I'm going to start logging the good decisions and how I arrived at them in order to tip the post. Thank you for this. My BF of 8 years just blindsided me and left me, and I've been struggling with immense feelings of regret. I did what I thought was the right thing at the time though. It's not my fault if they renege. Learn and move on. Thank you for this post, there is so much wisdom in it.
Thank you for this.
Share your most inspiring stories and people.
For me, it will be Virat Kohli. The way that man changed himself, the amount of dedication, focus, and his mindset is so strong. Even through bad times, he was composed. That's really inspiring and so brave.
Shilpa Sethi has been a great inspiration to me. I've learned so much from her, especially in the way she has maintained her figure through yoga and meditation. It's amazing to see how many people are following her lead because of her dedication and commitment to living a healthy lifestyle.
I was very much moved by a 10-year-old Ishita Katyal. She is proof that age is just a number. At such a young age, she has achieved so many things. Here's who she is.
Tips for young people to get ahead.
Financially, saving is great. Increasing income makes that easier, so work on your career.
If you're legit saving 20 of salary, then you're so far ahead of your peers, it's not even funny. Keep learning, including exploring new job opportunities every so often, and you should be fine.
Don't buy a car you can't afford.
Advice for young people: that what you choose to do now does not have to be what you do for the rest of your life. You can have more than one career, live in more than one place, have more than one true love. The only restrictions are the ones you put on yourself. It's okay to change your mind and go on a different path down the road.
Take care of your health and body. Establish good habits of eating and exercise.
Learn to cook and learn to enjoy eating at home. It will save gobs of money, it will make it easier to keep from getting fat, and it will enhance all of your relationships. Do whatever you like and go for whatever you want to achieve. If you don't know yet, train the mind by meditation so you see your goals and what you want more clearly.
Save money and invest it in stocks and index funds.